Fair enough. No, I showed my children the uh, the end of the Donald Sutherland end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just the woman running up to him. Steve, it's me. And they were like, "What's wrong with him? What's going on? It's so scary." Zero context.
Yeah, like once Donald Sutherland is not he does not it does not have warm fuzzy feeling when you see that guy,
No, and like
no matter
that's
what.
I don't know how many takes that took, but that's what you get with a pro right there. That's what you get. How's it going,
That's
Danny?
funny.
How's it going, fellas?
Good.
Talking about the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers from was it
Oh,
78, 80, Donald Sutherland.
Mhm.
weird. I saw a snippet of the end. Someone, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where if it was on TV or the internet of him turning to the side and pointing. And I remember seeing that and just feeling chilled, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He done got. Mhm.
Not Donald Sutherland.
No, I'm all
No.
well in the original movie, it's like at the end of it, the guy is like looking at the camera, like they're coming for her, they're coming for you. You know, it's very
Yeah, yeah.
Kevin McCarthy in your face screaming like that's scary too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Don't fall asleep. Don't eat anything. Don't drink water. Don't listen to your parents. Like, huh?
right.
What? I we
What?
just sneak in there.
Hmm.
This is horrible.
Why? All right, so we are about to, pun intended, kick off Action
Yeah.
April. Is that right? Yeah, yeah.
Action
Yeah.
April. Yeah.
Some explosions and some kicks. I'll put together some kind of fun thing for Action April. Um, and I don't know if we had any little pre-newses or notes, or we just dive right in to the action.
We haven't
Just,
apologized for anything, or uh,
just a quick one the Snow White thing I brought up last week has like just steamroll it snowballed into something even more.
hmm.
It is it a disaster. People are hating it for all sorts of reasons. There's political ideologies of actors
Hmm.
clashing loudly. And it's just the son of some Sony chairman or something
Hmm.
complaining about the Colombian actress or Colombian heritage, uh, Rachel Zegler, and it
Hmm.
just kind of funny. But I did very appropriate to today. Uh, one of our listener uh, did
Okay.
send a message about Action April.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm not gonna name this person
Mm-hmm.
because they're probably the person that's listening, so I don't need to name them. But the
Hmm.
text says no Megaforce, no Van Damme. Come on, people.
Hmm.
Okay. The
Hmm.
gauntlet has been thrown down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now with Megaforce, I the ending of that I remember saw it at the right age, and it was almost the standing ovation. What happens at the end? I'm not going to
Hmm.
spoil it in case it gets added to Action April.
Hmm.
That is fair. There is no Van
Yeah.
Damme. That may be
Hmm.
Yeah.
a an oversight. Nope. No Schwarzenegger either.
Hmm.
True.
Yeah. Well, we can shift things around. If we
We can
wanted
shift things around.
to.
At the end of this ep,
Uh,
we will go through and decide what the next week's viewing will be.
mhm.
We'll take our nominees, throw in some of these other ones, and decide what we need for our.
It's Action April.
But this week we're starting off with, of all the movies named after shapes, clearly the
Mhm.
best one, The Octagon.
The Octagon.
Clearly a movie that's going to be nonstop talking about the Octagon.
And
The-
breathy inner thoughts.
Oh my God. Sakura, Sakura, Sakura. You were my brother, brother,
Brother,
brother.
brother, brother.
What is, so much post-production. Like, we got to explain what's going on. How do we do it?
It's
Yeah.
like was all so uh what's his name? What I can't think of the guy's
Scott James.
well, Scott J with the actor.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck
Chuck
Norris.
Norris. So Chuck Norris.
What's his name?
I
What's his
definitely.
name?
I'll cut that out for sure.
No, I love it. Like, what the hell's that guy named? Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
That's Chuck Norris.
That's already a half-hearted
So-
apology for next
Oh,
week.
yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry about
Apologies, sorry, Mr. North.
Do it in the echo. Sorry for last week.
You're hurting my arm.
What's his name? What's his name?
Yeah. We were brothers, Bill. Why?
Brothers.
Why? How did you forget me? Forget my name.
So from the opening credits, the first thing you hear is that breathy Chuck Norris VO of him doing his inner thoughts. And I'm like, was this in the script? Or are they like, as you said, Bobby, it's like, this movie makes no sense. We have to like...
Well, I have to say, I saw this movie. I've seen it a number of times, but it's been a while. And it's amazing how much my young brain filled in that there was stuff going on in the movie when there's about 14 minutes of action at the end of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's really not a lot. Even time, I was like, okay, in about hour 17, we're really getting into the nitty gritty of it. But
Right, just hour 17, shortly before the Octagon actually shows up.
Yeah, which there's never said, they never call it the Octagon.
Mhm.
I kept waiting for like, send him to the Octagon.
Which
Yeah.
I kind of respect.
Yeah. Well,
But
there's
then again, it's like, that's your whole showpiece. You built that whole set. You burn it down at the end. Like, let's lean into that thing. That's what
Yeah.
people want to. Oh,
Do we want to go through the movie here? And
I think we can go through it pretty quickly, mostly because
Sure.
it was very confused and lots of jumping around and a convoluted plot with lots
fevered even. It would felt
breathy
like,
VO.
like what?
I think the big picture is there is this terrorist camp in Central America, which looks like Southern California, enough that I was confused. So that is training ninjas, and of course, no one knows how to get in. Everyone's blindfolded in the back of a truck. What qualifies as in fighting shape in 1980 is very different than today. There's a motley crew of pudgy dads and stick ladies who all show up at ninja camp. Long story short, Chuck Norris has to figure out this whole crime thing going on, and people are asking him help, and he's reluctant to help to break up this ninja camp. Yeah.
just going back a little, I love that our introduction to Chuck Norris is him watching either a play or a ballet or a dance recital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was all three based on this movie. It was like,
I think I was kind of like keeping track of some of the tropes, and I think one of them is certainly the reluctant hero.
Yes.
I don't want to get involved. I don't want to, but also the like, oh, he beats people up, but he's very cultured. He's very intelligent and well-read and cultured.
Yeah.
He's not just a sellsword.
Yeah, he's a confident ladies' man, especially right after the play when him and his buddy AJ are checking out the lead of the play, and he's like, "Oh, I'd like to check her out." Then she's got a great smile, and I bet with the way her body moves. And then Chuck Norris responds, "You're right about the smile. I'll let you know about the rest later."
Chuck, gross, man. Come on.
I
Chuck.
paused this movie to write down some of the most amazing dialogue ever.
Yep.
Yes, and I think the scene you're
That's
talking
really
about,
why I want to go through the movie. Is just to
Some of the lines.
quote, pretty but not too pretty, good body, nice smile, good in bed. You can tell it by the way she moves.
That's right.
Ish. 1980.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Also-
a few of those.
Also, a lot of windbreakers in the movie. A lot
So
of
many. Look.
light jackets.
It sounds awesome when you like kick and punch. Wow. I mean, all of Chuck Norris's like late 70s, early 80s are very much windbreaker approved.
Yeah. It's
And
like,
also, I think our listeners would also appreciate the remember in the back of the Karate magazine that Chuck Norris sold action pants and like a gusset in the middle for kicking. So you don't tear your pants when you
Yes.
kick. Hell yeah. Gus in pants and a windbreaker. No, wait, that's the whole movie. We only missed that like windbreaker. We've got to get out of here.
What's that smell? What's that smell? It's windbreaker.
Silent Rage. That's what she's saying. Silent Rage. Windbreaker.
Windbreaker 2. Silent Rage.
Oh, the ADR on this is
The whole franchise.
that was your whole code name in Vietnam. Windbreaker, come in. Windbreaker. I'm here.
Didn't you hear me?
Yeah. I can come over. Stay where you are. We'll talk on the radio. It's fine.
Is that Morse code? It's not. SOS, kind of. Windbreakers. Well,
I get
also
what-
that.
Go ahead, Bob.
No, I'm moving on to the movie, but I can wait because there was the point where he's with this young lady from the play, and he's wearing like basically a tuxedo, but they're also having chips and salsa. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you guys? Where are you guys going? It's just
Yes.
like, wow, like one of those like
Yeah,
glass
Mexican.
red- Yeah,
Like-
he's like, perhaps you'd take us somewhere nice for dinner. Like, more chips? Yes, thank you.
Something exactly. Yeah, and it didn't really hit me. Like maybe at that time Mexican culture was still, although they're in LA, so how is
Yeah.
that a new
Yeah.
thing?
I think they just got a permit to shoot at somewhere like
Yeah.
Don Cuco, and they went and they did every restaurant scene in the same restaurant.
Totally.
Just move the table, yeah.
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 Different place setting, but it's the same restaurant.
I'll
And
meet you at
that's
the
where the-
restaurant.
That's where the crew ate after the shoot
Yeah.
as well. They're just like, let's just stay here, everybody. We'll just
It's
have
catered. It's catered. Oh my God.
catered.
Special
Perfect,
thanks
perfect.
to. Yeah, that's nice.
So we're cutting back between Chuck Norris meeting all these people who tell him about some terrorist camp, and you got it. You're the one to go beat them up, and he's reluctant. I don't know why. We find out why, and all kinds of people want him to do it. Then we're cut between that and the training camp, and just how tough they are. And there's that one red masked ninja who's the enforcer. And one of my favorite points is when there's a lot of great ridiculous things. They're in the bunk room, and the head of the ninja training camp, this Japanese guy, walks in and is like, "Get everyone on your feet." And he calls for someone to step forward. Stevenson, step forward. And he does, and immediately falls down a Warner Brothers trap door.
Not really.
And he's down yelling the whole time. Get me out of here! Let me out of here!
Yeah, and it's like, never trust anyone. What? Like,
Always
a trap
expect
door?
the unexpected. What the hell are you talking about? Trap doors. The whole the whole thing is most of the Octagon is trap door. They just didn't really get into it.
It really
awesome.
was like a cartoon. Him try. I wonder if the writer, maybe he imagined all sorts of elaborate stuff, and then like the director and the production people and everything, the line producers like, we can do a trap door. That's it. That's all we can. Cut
But when
this.
when you land, you have to ball up because we can't dig that deep. So you have to like land and just
Shrink down.
he's like,
There's
oh, no.
outtakes.
Yeah. He's just
He's
still
like-
halfway up mid chest. No, come on.
It's like, can you crouch? Can we do it again? And can you crouch further? Your head's still popping out.
Yeah. Oh, no.
His exhausted PAs with shovels covered in sweat and dirt. Like, come on, that's as far as we can dig.
Can't do any more than that. Come on, guys.
Speaking of those restaurants, again, so we're always cutting between Ninja Camp and his half-hearted investigation. And at one point, he's talking with, I guess, big game hunter Lee Van Cleef.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in these gigantic overstuffed leather chairs. Well, probably like Naugahyde and vinyl chairs. They like squeak and fart as they stand up. Like, it's like
Windbreaker.
windbreaker. It's like, are you kidding?
It has double meanings.
Yeah, and they're like really intense. You got to get those terrorists. It's like,
It's hard to get comfortable. These chairs just kind of dry and crack. And the whole idea, like the ninjas may or may not exist. It's like that implies that Chuck Norris is a ninja, but he never kind of comes out and says it.
Yeah.
But then Lee Van Cleef, who went on to star in The Master as a ninja, would have
Yes.
been.
That's right.
well, this is the
That's right.
beginning of like, in the same way Members Only was like, I think America's ready for Windbreakers to go national, and they got on that. I think so many other people are like, I think this ninja thing, because then by 84, Everybody
Yeah.
knows about ninjas.
Mhm.
You got
Sho
ninja
Kosugi
movies
is like, you know,
Yeah.
all over the place.
all over the place. G.I. Joe's got a ninja. Everybody's got
Mhm.
ninjas at
Mhm.
that point. Another of my favorite lines comes up when Chuck Norris is talking with yet another attractive rich lady who wants him to go fight the ninja training camp, and she does something. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. My car is broken down, and he's like, no problem. Tolerant is my middle name.
Yes.
Tolerant?
Tolerance.
I did pause for a second. I was like, okay, what's the punchline? Like,
Mhm.
oh no.
That's like that is the punchline. Damn.
It's like, it's so cold. It's not like, oh, it's no problem. We all make mistakes. It's like, I will overlook your inadequacies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then all the
I know.
innuendo that's about like, can you get behind this or help if someone is willing, and just like, what?
Yeah, just
And then
Yes.
finally, like, I'll do. I forget what it was, but it was something for a beautiful woman.
Ugh.
Just that.
it's all too much. All too.
Yeah.
And he seems
Yes.
very uncomfortable. At the
Yeah,
very, I'll
yes.
give him that. He seems like I don't want to be saying this too.
I just want to kick her.
Yeah, it's like. So when do I get to kick her? Chuck, we're not going to
I'm a-
kick anybody.
I am a fighter, not a lover.
Mm-hmm. Trust me.
Yes,
Mm.
I don't mean that. I am not a lover. Well, he does have a reluctant, like, they're going to have a love scene. No, twin beds,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
that they do. That's later though. We're still cutting between the ninja training
Mhm.
camp
Yeah.
and his
I-
investigation. Yeah.
Yep. I want to point out three things. Like when he pulls up, there's a bumper sticker that says, "Have you hugged your rifle today?" Which I think,
Okay.
I like. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's like it was there, and I was like, is that supposed to mean something? And I think that was Lee Van Cleef's
Mhm.
car, probably.
Yeah,
him
yeah.
Saying like,
Yeah.
because he's got big game hunter. Also, the appearance of like a swole Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, here we go.
Young Ernie
Yeah.
Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, at first, I was like, is that Ernie Hudson? Then I had to Google it, and
Mm-hmm.
one of the first things that mentions it, he's a former Marine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So you probably got
And
some
then-
Chuck Norris cred. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then one more thing, like during the training, the chopping of the melon, she's like,
I
why?
know, just like, come on.
Why melons?
Yeah, exactly. Whoa. That knife can go through a melon. Are you kidding?
So someone turns to somebody else. Guess we're having fruit salad for dinner again. Who said that? Step out of the line. Another trap door.
The line.
How many trapdoors do you have?
Jesus Christ. What is trap doors?
Watch out. Everywhere.
There was some more inscrutable Asian wisdom in one of those
Yeah.
things where he's like, when the body sleeps, the mind never sleeps. It's like, what?
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 Who?
Do you feel
It's not
rested
even-
in the morning?
What?
Is that like a fortune cookie first draft?
Yeah.
Close
Didn't make
enough.
the cut?
Confucius say, I don't feel like coming up with ideas today. This is the best I can
Yes,
do.
yes.
Yeah. So after then after that, and we can get back to it, but
No,
like
it's
he
fine.
goes to the house of the beautiful woman because I guess she
Yes.
took his key,
Doesn't
and
make any
she
sense.
has like,
Yeah.
and she's wearing a full length fur coat.
A
Like,
lot.
even in
Often.
Yeah, in LA, you
A windbreaker will be
It's too-
fine.
Yeah. like at night, sure, when it cools down, but yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Let's get you a windbreaker. Everybody else is doing it.
Yeah,
Come on. Guys, you're a windbreaker? I'm a windbreaker salesman.
she's the rich person. She has
Yeah.
to wear a fur.
There are a number of great lines in that scene, including Chuck Norris saying, I never cared about time, just timing.
Yeah,
That was a
no,
good one.
that was her. That was her.
that was
saying
her?
it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Well,
he said, "I'm sorry, I took so late or whatever." Yeah, I don't care about time.
Just
About
timing. And then she talks about two other ninja schools that she is aware of. And there's this third ninja school that she's after now. And she says, the two other ninjas, Madani and Chromis, were recently retired due to the fact that they were killed. And yes, I had something to do with it.
Jeez, I like it. Just like this, just like spate of ninja schools cropping up here and there.
And it's such a sign of the times of like she's an heiress to publishing concerns, which I don't know if that means like it's a publishing company, like a
Yes.
newspaper.
Publishing concerns. I like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. And her father was killed by these terrorists, and that's why she wants revenge. And she's trying to like buy him off, and then he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you trying to buy me off?" And he says to her, "Quote, that's an insult to both of us. It makes me stupid and you a whore. Perhaps that's why I'm glad it didn't work. Well, I'm glad you're glad."
Like,
Wow.
yeah, it feels
Wow.
like bad AI generated dialogue. Like, how
Yes.
does that what whore? Like, where's that coming from?
It's like that's harsh, unnecessary,
Well,
mean spirited.
we learn through flashbacks and Breathy VO that Chuck Norris was adopted by a Japanese man and has a stepbrother who they fought a lot as kids and for their father's affection. And this we begin to understand that is this other brother who went off to found the ninja school, and that for maybe Chuck Norris's reluctance is that he would have to go and fight. I would have to fight. My brother.
Brother. Why? Come on,
Yeah.
come on, come on.
Come on.
And
Mhm.
well, I was going to say he's talking. I have some more just terrible lines of dialogue. Lee Van Cleef again. We have to have another meeting with Lee Van Cleef, and talking about ninjas. And Lee Van Cleef's like, ninjas. They've been outlawed for over 300 years.
Yep.
Like
Outlawed.
what? They've been outlawed
What?
like that? Like that matters to outlaws?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Remember when you told me about that old guy who adopted you? You said you could never go back."
Yeah.
Remember when you outlined the whole plot of the movie to me that one time?
Wait, what about the time you guys raced and you got the sword and your other brother did get the sword and you got really mad? He said, "You never speak yet." Is that what this is about?
And then swore revenge.
Yeah.
And if you ever saw each other, you would fight till the death. Do you remember saying that?
You remember that? It was a really long
No,
one. Anyways,
I don't.
Anyways, that could be the movie we're in right now. You think?
Lee Van Cleef, his part could have been played by Jack Palance, which I like.
Yes.
Like it's just one of those like it's like, where do you need me and how many days? All right,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I gotta get.
Yeah, yeah.
this, you know.
He thumbed through the script.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Naugahyde chair, ninja outlaw. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
fine. I can wear an earring. All right.
There's
Yeah.
one guy who I felt was the best actor in the movie, and we
Mhm.
haven't gotten to him yet. But I wanted to jump back
That's fine.
to some of the training stuff of like the in the middle of the night when there's I think it was like a fake ninja attack, and then the headmaster comes in like, you would have been alive, you would have been alive, you would have been the first one killed. Just like attacking them in the middle of the night.
yeah.
I like
Oh
that.
yeah, it's just so much dumb training and like
Mhm.
here are all these cool and at the time this idea of all these cool ninja weapons was kind of like novelty.
Mhm.
So the master is calling out these different weapons and this you know the red masked enforcer at the camp is demonstrating on fruit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring out the
Make
cantaloupes.
Yeah. Only one
Yeah.
though. I don't like cantaloupe very much. Yeah.
Next week, spaghetti squash. Ah.
Oh no.
Oh.
Watermelon. I mean,
Yay!
Yay! Oh,
Man.
it's too ripe. We won't be able to use it. Oh, shit, man.
Don't
Tomatoes.
see.
Tomatoes are a fruit. I know, but it just feels like it should be a vegetable. Yeah! Trapdoor.
Different.
Ah.
Kitchen
Hey,
full of
there's a
trapdoors.
bunch of fruit down here.
It's a fruit. Ow, ow, you're hurting my arm. It's a fruit.
Crouch down, Daniel. I'm trying.
Try it. Here's the shot.
Hmm.
That he's talking with AJ later, and it's funny because they want to solve this mystery. They're like helping each other out, and I kept waiting for them to say something like, as a cop, as a detective,
Oh yeah, they're just
as an
dudes,
employee, as of a government agent. None of that. They're just the protagonist was some champion fighter, and AJ's just his buddy from the gym.
Yeah.
And he brings up at one point the Yakuza instead of the Yakuza.
Yeah.
The way I pronounce it, could it be the Yakuza? Like, okay, all right.
So we're
And then
constantly,
after-
yeah. No, or just constantly cutting back and forth between all these things, and just more just ridiculous, breathy voiceover as reluctant Chuck Norris, including this fantastic one. I'll not do the breathiness. If winning overshadows all, why wasn't one of us taught to lose? What?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, what?
Oh boy. So what do we have to do? We have finally the third woman who comes into Chuck Norris's life. He decides to bed and in twin beds and to sneak into the training camp. Terrible pillow talk. And they decide to sneak in. And this whole time, she actually escaped from the ninja training camp and is a ninja, but clearly not top of her class.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back a little bit, just to point out some things. One, in the classifieds, there's be a mercenary soldier.
Yes. Part of his trail hunting down. Yeah.
And then after that, there's when the French man who's training, he goes pourquoi, and he's angry, and then he fights, gets his butt kicked, and then he's gonna leave. He quits, and then gets a shuriken to the back of the neck,
which is a Chinese throwing star.
And then the when Scott James goes to the mercenary guy, Mr. Beatty or whatever he is, who has some sort of limp, which is like, I feel like it's the actor. Like at first I thought like, oh, this has some significance. No, he was probably either making a point or maybe he really just has a limp. And like, no, well, use you, but he says to Scott James, do you speak any slope or Arab? It's like,
it was 1980, everybody. It was 1980.
Yeah. And then the line, for a ninja, trickery is his weapon. Illusion is his way of life.
I thought a sword was one of the weapons. Trapdoor.
Hey, let me out of here.
I'm just pointing out some things here don't make a lot of sense.
Just making observations.
There is this one Australian enforcer in that mercenary group. Again, it's a waste of time to go over the plot. It's just so convoluted. But he's got this bleach blonde hair, brown 70s mustache, and torn off sleeves. And it's just like
Richard Norton. He's super famous. He's a super famous martial artist.
You're kidding.
He's Australian, yeah.
Or South African.
Okay. Or whichever. He was setting off my gaydar. That's all I'm going to say. He was very like, oh my gosh, look at this guy.
Why don't you try me? What?
Yeah.
But yeah, he went on to start a lot of Hong Kong action movies and started himself as some different. He fought Jackie Chan and various other people. So this may have been I'm sure Chuck Norris knew him from the rounds of karate tournaments.
Yeah.
Like,
he had something about him. So it was just like you were kind of interested.
It's
always funny when certain people pop, especially people who become movie stars. Like early on, you're like, oh, who is that guy? And then all of a sudden they pop to you, and then later on they have a big career. Like, oh, okay, that's why they had that thing or whatever it was.
So lots of, and AJ decides he's going to invade the camp himself and flies to South America and is running around a random city. Hey, do you know where the ninja camp is? And just, making a fool of himself, but somehow finds it and is captured. So now Chuck Norris, not for the three women who have essentially semi-seduced him to go after the training camp. No. It's for his brother in karate that he's going to go bust up the ninja training camp.
It's like, okay. You took AJ. Well, why are you so upset? I don't know. Just thinking.
AJ, they have him.
He's got gray hair.
What Did you see how I beat up that gay Australian guy? Did you see that? I mean,
I don't care. I'm not telling you. There's nothing strange about that. I just do it.
I choked him out.
What?
We didn't see that. Afterwards, I checked on him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's into that. Oh, I just wanted to go back for more little things that jumped out.
Okay.
Just that the when one of them, I forget who, picks a fight with the Italian guy and says, "Get out of here, olive oil." Just like, oh boy.
Whoa! Oh man.
Yeah, he's racist. But I thought the fur trader was the best actor in the movie. Like just
Yeah.
the guy, like he was just like oh, like he's responding to stuff and just
He's listening and then saying words after the other guy as if he
yeah,
were
he's not
sleeping.
just reciting dialogue out into
Mm.
the world. He's yeah, he's actually and the after the blow dart kills the rich woman, like as she's dying, she says the awful, "Why am I so cold?"
It's like, well, you're not wearing your fur coat for once. Oh,
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 oh.
hand me my fur coat. Okay, this is better. It's still so cold. But it's funny that like a blow dart and a shuriken would end people. It doesn't feel like that either one of those things would really
Yeah.
be
In the defense of the blow dart, it looks like he's dipping it into some poison or something before he blows it, but
spicy salsa from the restaurant.
it
Dante!
burns.
Ow, ow, ow.
Ow.
So spicy. But yeah,
That-
the ninja star, it's penetrating half an inch,
Mhm.
and there just
Mhm.
aren't many spots in the human body where an inch of penetration is insta kill. But
Yeah.
Maybe the base of the neck. I don't know. Top of the
Yeah,
spine.
like
Maybe
the
that. Maybe that's,
spine,
yeah, I don't know.
collarbone.
yeah.
It's dangerous.
I don't know.
They-
I don't know.
What one other thing? The Lee Van Cleef, like his plot gets wrapped up, like just so like he said, I'm gonna go on vacation in Hawaii, so I will not be a part of the rest of this movie.
He actually says those words. What?
Yeah.
I thought for a moment, like, oh, okay, he's either gonna get assassinated and give Scott James more motivation, or he's gonna turn out to be in on it, or he's gonna help out. He's gonna come in at the end and help him out. Like, no,
Nope.
no, he was gone.
His contract was up. That's what.
Thank you, Mr. Cleef.
Oh yeah, the post credits is just him on the beach, just like.
Yeah.
I wonder how that all wrapped up. Who cares?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Who gives? I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that bit going back to the final girl who finally Chuck Norris is there sitting sleeping shirtless, and he's like, what,
They're in twin beds. They're not even in the same bed.
he reaches out and grabs her hand, like as a show of support for her tough upbringing, and then she's like, she's saying stuff, and he says, go to bed, Aura. And then she says, it'd be a lot easier if I could come closer.
Look, I got these twin beds for a reason. I could have got a queen, but we at the hotel.
I sleep
but,
here. AJ sleeps there. That's how it goes. That was the plan, and now
yeah.
So no one suspects that. Suspects. What?
Suspect nothing. Suspect nothing. What are you talking about? Hey, you
Ow, 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 ow. You're hurting my arm. You're hurting my arm.
There's a trapdoor in the bed.
Yeah.
I wrote down side boob there.
Yeah, there was a little. Yeah,
And then I wrote down while Sakura trains, Scott fucks. And just
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Sakura has somehow found out that Chuck Norris is coming to get him, so he has started intensively training for the big showdown. Total action movie trope, which I know we will see more of, just like we saw crazy guy warning the kids about the horror movie, and the crazy gas station attendant. We have the hero infiltrating the base with lots of just knucklehead guards. And Chuck Norris is able to infiltrate the base. Now we're starting to get some karate. Now we're starting to get some action here. Lots of skillful infiltration. It is at the 1 hour, 22-minute mark that we see a building in the shape of an octagon.
Oh man, they held off on it. Held it.
Yeah, a
Like, it's
long
like
time.
not showing the monster in a horror movie. You wait until it's like people. It's even worse than you imagine.
Didn't even allude to the monster. We had all the how about one of these trap doors leads to the octagon? What happened to him? Where'd he go? He was sent to the octagon. What?
Oh,
Cut. Okay, all right, we're building it up. No,
Mm.
it was almost like they had a different title for the movie, and then someone was watching it and like, oh, what's that thing at the end? That was kind of cool. Maybe we should make that the title of the entire movie. Not brother versus brother. No.
Or
No.
Scott and AJ never be separated.
Nope. It's going to be the octagon. All right.
Well, and what's interesting too that once he infiltrates, basically, it's a sort of the end of Enter the Dragon. This is, I think, their attempt to make Chuck Norris appear to be the new
Mhm.
Bruce Lee. It's like you go through and there's the revolt of the guards, or in Enter the Dragon, the revolt of all the. It's
Yeah.
all the same thing.
Yeah, so the
But
octagon
very-
is this giant wooden walled area with the sliding Chinese walls and the little ponds, and
Mhm.
it's fighting wet ninjas that jump out. It's like it's like
Wet ninjas.
How heavy is that suit? Just like they jump out like, oh my God,
You're sopping wet. Like, I have no
Yeah.
speed. I have no.
I can't kick. I can't.
well, it's like the Ninja Warrior course. It's like, oh, this is like the Ninja Warrior course. And he gets put in
Yeah.
the octagon, and he's got to navigate all these challenges to get through. And it's like, guys, this is your movie. Why are we waiting till an hour 22? Let's
Yep.
more octagon. I could use a lot more octagon in the movie named The
That
Octagon.
was the first note, guys. We needed more octagon. Let's be honest with you.
To be perfectly frank, how about the word octagon? Will he say the
Yeah.
word octagon in the movie?
Anyone?
I'm surprised. Like as you said, that you have all this training. Why not show guys attempting to go through the course?
Yeah.
And you see how deadly and dangerous it is, and then when Scott James does it so easily, you're like, oh yeah, that's why he's such a badass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
There's a scene where he had, or the woman is also infiltrated because she is a ninja, I guess. Insists on carrying an M16, but she's a ninja, I guess. She starts some fires, and a bunch of the trainees run out of the barracks. Oh no, it's a fire! And they're kind of like hastily putting their shirts and pants on and whatnot. And there's a guy in the front. I'll see if we get it's on YouTube. See if I can get a still of it, making a meal out of zipping up his fly. And it's like, whoa!
wow, I missed
Ninja
that.
is crying. I got to get this thing zipped up, huh?
Right, Aura? Huh? Remember? We went down that trap door together.
Whoa, we're gonna get my fly. It's catching.
Grab your windbreakers.
Someone's outside.
It's a little chilly. It's not that cold. It's a little chilly. Okay. There we go. It's like ninja.
It's like almost like the theme song.
Welcome to the octagon.
A lot of drums, a lot of
Yeah,
snare.
Yeah.
This
guy's
sequel,
taking off their
the
windbreakers.
Nonagon. The Nonagon. I don't want to.
Yeah. Yes. The Wind Brigand. What?
What? No.
Nothing has prepared you for the action of the dodecahedron. I'm not watching this.
That's too. They've gone too far. Yeah, that Aura convinces like some of the trainees like, why should we only do this for money? And then I forget what she says, and they're like, all right, we're gonna fight them, and then
Yeah.
they died.
So the thing has happened. He beats up Chuck Norris, makes it to the octagon, and faces the red-faced guy whom he beats up. Never unmasks. I was hoping they could unmask him and have him be like deformed or some kind of thing, or I don't know what he was. But
Yeah, a very much missed opportunity with that character.
yeah, he
I thought he was Sakura, or there would be some reveal like that.
oh, that the enforcer. Well, yeah, but he does get set on fire, and
Yes, he
then
does.
comes back to life on fire, and is suddenly clearly wearing this gigantic padded suit as he's running around on fire. That's why they had the mask on, so they could set him on fire. If he took the mask
Yeah.
off, then they couldn't set him on fire.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Is my
Good call.
guess.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a pretty good side kick, kicking a fire guy on
So
fire.
many
That's
horse
pretty-
kicks. So
yes.
many.
Yes,
Man, I could-
so many roundhouses and kicks.
Mhm.
So the octagon is on fire now, and as a Sakura has a reaction shot. Where it's, my octagon! You know, it's just like,
Oh
my octagon's on fire.
And that's either before or after when AJ tries to wrestle free. Like 2 or 3 times he breaks away, fights, and then they capture again. Breaks away, fights, and they
no!
capture
Will someone
again.
grab that guy's arms? For God's sake!
Yeah.
Yeah! And then yeah.
So we finally get the last face off with Sakura. Chuck Norris against his brother. Sakura finally get that showdown, and the sun is coming up, and they're having their fight. And of course, Chuck Norris wins, and the sun comes up, and you get this silhouette shot, and then suddenly the movie's over. That's it. It's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
There's no. Yeah.
What? What?
Even the end, like they're fighting in the octagon, then it goes outside, and then they're in the woods, and there's a moment where he does something, and then Sakura is gone, and I thought for sure he's a ninja. There's going to be some stealth thing where he is following him. Like, no, it's just him walking out, like how it was night and now the sun is coming up. So how long was he just walking around?
For like hours, like,
Yeah,
where, seriously, where are you? Are you? I'm so tired. I've been up all night. I'm
I'm talking to
exhausted.
myself. I'm talking to myself.
Can you hear my inner thoughts? Thoughts?
We were brothers.
And Aura's watching, like, what is he? Is he talking to himself?
He's over there. He's just wondering.
Yeah.
By himself. She's with binoculars. Like,
What a
the
weird
hell is
guy.
he doing?
Oh
Oh no!
oh no, oh no,
Me too.
too.
I really gotta pee.
Let us find a tree over here in the corner. No one will.
He's-
Corner.
He's peeing by the tree and he hears the zipper of a windbreaker and just shucks. He just throws his knife around the back of the tree and hits Sakura. Ah!
Ah!
Betrayed by the zipper on your windbreaker.
Falls back and then falls on the ground, and it's a trapdoor.
There was again lots of just ridiculous. Can we get another shot of this? No. Okay.
Yeah.
A number of one take. We got it. One of them was again some innumerable time showing this camp, and someone is sneaking around the camp, and these two ninjas jump out of a tree and tackle the guy, followed by a third ninja with a net. I was like, I thought the net guy should have been first. Like,
I got the net
and then jump. Oh, the net.
Forget
is
it, Randy. We don't even need that. But I got the net.
Leave it in. We'll just
Leave the net. It doesn't matter.
back to one. Don't worry about it. I already put the ladder back in the
That's
truck.
good. That's good.
We got.
But seriously, Gary,
If there are any more nets in the script, we'll just throw the net and then jump. The net first and then the other ninjas.
Is everyone okay with that? Sure. Stop doing that.
The director doesn't like me. Like me.
I'm the sound guy.
Something
I'm
wrong
the-
with. Are you guys getting that feedback? There's something wrong with the microphone.
Sound guy, can you hear my inner thoughts? Yes.
Move away
Yes,
from
go
the
for it.
microphone.
Back up. Shot back up.
Back-
Sorry.
Sorry.
The boom guy. Yeah. I wonder if the mic is in the shot. I'd feel really embarrassed.
Yes. You're fired. Oh no.
A trap door under the boom guy. Ah!
It's still sticking out. Yeah.
You're still in the shot.
You're still in the
Sorry.
shot. You're still in the shot after the trap door.
Oh no. Jesus Christ. So I remember I read Chuck Norris's or one of his autobiographies, Against All Odds, and born Carlos Ray Norris was his name.
Whoa.
Yes,
okay.
there we go. Very interesting.
Okay.
And this, I think, The Octagon was his sort of big breakout, ironically, big breakout movie, because he had made like Good Guys Wear Black and Breaker and a couple of other movies.
Yeah.
And this was sort of his. It's like
Yeah.
this one, huh? Interesting.
Well, I mean, the licensing fees from TBS alone put his kids through college. Let's just be honest. I mean,
Exactly.
that movie was on so much in syndication.
Mhm.
That and Beastmaster.
Mhm.
Mark
Another
Singer.
movie that could be in action April.
I know.
Maybe we'll have Fantasy February for next year. We'll get
There we
Beastmaster.
go. Beastmaster, and then Beastmaster 2 through the portal of time, and then
Mhm.
so much Beastmaster. Beastmaster February. I don't want to watch 4 Beastmaster movies.
Beastmaster. Whole month just
It's
for
a
Beastmaster.
lot of work.
Yeah.
So, are we still doing flying meat discs for Action April, or are we doing flying
Oh.
ninja stars for Action
So,
April?
maybe like poison tip shurikens or I think flying.
That's good.
Let's do it
Is
flying
that a
meat.
positive or a negative?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Do you want
Yeah.
more of them or less of them?
Yeah, how zipped is the windbreaker on this movie? Is it all the way up? Or is it unzipped? Is it? Yeah, we can do flying meat discs. You know, we can
Yeah,
keep
let's
it.
stick with it. Let's stick with
Yeah,
it.
stick with the flying meat discs.
And so out of 1 out of 8 for the Octagon.
1 out of 8
Being
flying
that-
meat discs. Well, as an action movie, as anyone who's interested in the genre, I got to give it probably 5 or 6 out of 8 flying meat discs. As just a movie, oh boy, much lower. Maybe only
Yeah.
two or three flying meat discs.
I think that's a good. So agreed. It's
Yeah,
not. Yeah.
I was gonna give it a like a seven. Just I kind of like that the back and forthness of it was just very different from a movie. And I don't know if we're gonna do pitches off of this because I have two of them. But yeah, I thought that was even that the inner thoughts thing. It was so different than anything I've seen. Although if it is like you're filling in plot holes, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's why
Well,
movies don't need.
apparently, talking about filling in plot holes. Apparently, in the original Star Wars movie, you know how Han and Greedo are having that conversation, and you know Han shoots Greedo, the green guy in the
Mhm.
cantina. Originally, Greedo spoke English, and you could hear him, and he had all this dialogue, and the scene was a lot longer. And of course, the whole movie made no sense, and the editors were like, "All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut all this other junk out of the movie, and we're going to use the Greedo scene." And we'll make him speak crazy alien language, and then we'll just do title cards for what actually.
Uh,
So they overdubbed him with this crazy alien noise, and this had title cards that would streamline the plot. Look, you owe somebody a lot of money, and it'd be best for you to leave before they kill you. You know, and just like Han Solo, I know you're a rogue, but I would take any job you could in order to get out of here. You know, and just cut out all the other stuff with Jabba and all these other weird things and whatnot. Hilarious, and it was all just title cards, saving the day.
now I want to go back and see like if Harrison had to do extra ADR that's not with him on camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's great.
Movie for next week. What are we thinking, everybody? We had some nominees. Our nominees: Treasure of the Four Crowns, Kill and Kill Again, Remo Williams, and
Mhm.
if we wanted to do a Van Damme or something like that in there, another karate guy in there. How are we feeling, everybody?
hmm Well, we could go into Karate Guy. We could do a whole month of Karate Guys. So we go Van Damme. What's the guy? Jeff Speakman. Perfect
Mhm,
Weapon.
mhm.
Perfect Weapon. Yep.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Kill and Kill
I've
Again
got the power.
a karate movie?
It is. It's not. Yes, it is. I
Okay,
can't. I'm not. Yeah, it's not. Yes, it is. It's basically Enter the Dragon
okay,
in South Africa.
okay. Oh,
So we could do that.
okay.
Or and I don't
As
know if the guy's not like a legitimate martial artist and thing. So do we want to go like legit action April? But then Van Damme might be
Hmm.
mhm. What is the Van Damme movie with the Underground Fight League?
Bloodsport
Yeah.
Bloodsport? Do we need to go Bloodsport?
and Lionheart also has an underground fight league.
Okay. Do we have a preference?
Eh.
Which one do we think is more? If there's an action movie museum,
Mhm.
do we have a display on Bloodsport or Lionheart?
But Bloodsport because it's been copied so much and
Based on a true story. Frank Dukes. This guy who Kumite, the Forbidden Tournament.
Kumite. Yeah.
Who is that? Yeah, there was a karate guy that did a lot of those tournaments. His face was kind of weird looking, but he was like a tough in a bunch of those movies. Do you remember who I'm talking about, Bobby?
Is it the guy who's is he
At the Benny the Jet or Benny Rocket
Oh
Benny?
yeah, Benny the Jet Urquidez.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
He was in a lot of I feel like he may have been like on the staff of Bloodsport. I don't know.
All right.
Can I get you more pudding?
Pudding. Why are we having
What?
pudding?
I worked
I'm
on
on
blood
staff.
catering on Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Oh wow, how was that? That wasn't bad actually. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Some
We
past
filmed my
hors
scenes
d'oeuvres.
last week. I need the money.
I love being in the Philippines, so why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do Bloodsport.
Let's do Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Bloodsport it is. We'll take our listener just to let them know we're listening. We're listening. And we'll figure out the rest of Action April as we go through Action April. But
Mhm.
for next week, Bloodsport with JVD. JCVD.
I'll see if I
JCVD.
can find a link or something for
Okay.
Bloodsport. Or
That
if
also
it's-
is very important. It's got to be available via free or YouTube. That's going to be that's the deciding factor. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Cyborg's available. Okay, I want Cyborg then. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
this isn't Richie Rich Guy Action April. This is budget. Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of Bloodsport clips, but so far I'm not finding the full movie.
It's got to be on Amazon or something out there, right?
Yeah, if I can find something, I'll post it with
Okay.
this episode.
Okay. There's gonna be a lot of cutting in here, just FYI. We're doing a lot of business that may not be interesting to our listener.
I don't
Sure.
know.
Sure.
That's how they make
So-
the sausage.
So, Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme for next week. Do we have any really quick pitches? I have a very, very short pitch. We can blast through some of these pitches. Danny, what do you got?
Well, not a quick pitch, but I had a news of the macabre last week. We said we might do a segment.
Oh,
Yes,
it's just
news of the
news
macabre.
of the macabre.
News of the macabre. And it was just they're working on a new mummy. That's it. News.
That's
That's okay.
That should be
Yeah.
great. New Mummy movies in production. Back to you in the studio. Okay.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
I can add to it, but go to your
No
pitch.
tidbits, no back behind the scenes. Like this just in.
Well,
Okay.
They say this will be
love it.
unlike any mummy movie you ever laid eyeballs on before. I'm digging deep into the earth to raise something very ancient and very frightening.
Okay, I've seen that. That's every mummy movie, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
even more frightening and even deeper and even more ancient.
That's a good, more ancient, quite ancient. I would go so far as to say eldritch. What?
What?
What? Hey, you're just making up words. My only
Yes.
pitch for the Octagon, I think you could remake this movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I do have octagon pitches.
Okay, real quick. We were running out of time,
Yes.
Danny.
Okay.
Mine is real quick. Just more Octagon. Just a movie that features the Octagon. Cooler rooms, more thought out, more Octagon in there. So when this guy does make it through, maybe it does have there are watchers of the Octagon or audience for the Octagon. Just more Octagon. More Octagon.
Yep.
Real fast. Done.
Yeah, mine is one quick one. Just the other two guys who were killed. There was the one in Greece and the one in Syria.
yeah.
I think maybe their sons or someone they trained. But this could be a TV show, and I imagine something like the Lost TV show, except the Octagon, to where it shows people on an island or an octagon and they're training, and we see their backstories because that's what
yeah.
this
Mm,
movie
yeah.
almost felt like a TV show with that cutting back and forth between different plot lines, and so you could do the octagon a season and just follow it that way.
Yeah. So why did you sign up for No Questions Asked Ninja Training?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the whole episode focuses on them. We get little bits of the plot with the octagon moving on, but mostly about one
Kids,
character.
if I find another Lego on the floor, I'm out of here, and I'll just sign up for some No Questions Asked Lose Your Identity Ninja Training.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Fuck you, Dad. Dad.
That's it. That's it. I'm leaving.
Hey, children, hey.
Children.
I should become a ninja.
Ninja.
Yes. Obvious choice.
Are you down in the basement down there?
Yeah.
I'll be up in a moment.
Are you using your inside voice or outside voice? Because I didn't hear anything.
These are my inner voice. Inner voices, everybody. Keep it down.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it for
That's
that.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby, any ways to fix Octagon?
I would just say either one of two things: do a prequel where they're building the octagon, so you can see all the fun
Okay.
that went into it,
Yeah,
or one where the octagon is instead of it's just 8 floors of action. Like
Oh, 8 floors of action.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a great
Ah,
Octagon 2,
yeah.
8 floors of
Yeah.
action.
So it's like I finished the there's 7 more floors to go. What?
What?
Ah.
I do like the idea of like they're building a hexagon and the guy's like, wait a minute, I had the miter saw set at 34 degrees.
They're like,
What? That's not
you
now
tell
it's gonna
Sakura.
be
I'm not gonna.
2, 4, 5, and now it's gonna be an octagon.
He's like, excuse me, Mr. Sakura. Yes. I have a quick update on your fighting
Hexagon.
shape. Okay, yeah. All right, it must be hexagon. Right. Okay. What if?
Both wearing hard hats.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He like
Yeah.
sidesteps a little bit. I'm worried. I'm going to step to the side a little bit while I tell you this, just in case there's a trap door.
The door opens. Ah!
I have the plans. I have the plans.
Yeah,
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 I see
there
where
we
all
go.
the trapdoors
I had
are.
it,
Yeah.
All right, make an octagon. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.